He is the best that Democrats can do. A Nazi tattooed dog hater cosplaying a man. In a resurfaced Reddit post believed to be from Platner, while referencing a video showing an American soldier being shot at in Afghanistan, this Nazi tattooed sorry excuse of a human, can't say that Nazi tattoo thing more enough, said, quote, "This video never gets old. Dumb mother effer didn't deserve to live."
For his response to the online post allegedly attributed to Graham Platner, let's bring in wounded combat veteran, Purple Heart recipient, and high-risk protection specialist, Teddy Daniels. Teddy, thanks for being with us. And number one, thank you for your service. We want to say that to you. What we really want to do is get your response to what Graham Platner said about you and what you think it ought to tell the American people, and particularly the people in Maine, about this guy who wants to be their senator.
Megan and Brian, thank you both for having me on. And I got to tell you this, I don't get offended. I've been attacked by the left for years. And, you know, this is coming from a man whose party has no idea what a woman is, yet he was online and he saw a video of a man and had an emotional meltdown like a 13-year-old girl who just got dumped by her boyfriend. And honestly, that's not the type of leadership that we need in our government.
It's just not what brothers in arms say, though. If anyone served, you don't talk about a fellow service member that way. And I know that Rob O'Neill, the former Navy SEAL, was interviewed by Fox Digital about this, and he said this is completely barbaric. If you swear an oath to this country, it doesn't matter what the politics are. Every single time you fight, it's for the man next to you. It's for the person next to you. Politics goes out of the window. And to wish ill on somebody like that under fire is just, you know, like I've said, it is the opposite of everything I've been raised to believe. Teddy.
Megan, you know, I agree with you 100%. But just like regular society, you know, the military kind of has its own culture. And unfortunately, we have people like that in the military as well. Everybody thinks that everybody that served in the military is a saint and can do no wrong. And that's just not the case. You know, I know that Graham served. Thank you for your service, Graham. I doubt you're going to watch this. But you know what? Yes, brothers in arms, you know, when veterans come back, there's a network of other veterans that we lean on and that we gravitate to support. And I do work with nonprofits for wounded veterans. And just to have somebody like this involved in our culture in the first place, it's embarrassing for the entire military and veteran community.
Teddy, you've got publications like Time coming out with profiles on Graham Platner, and they characterize him in certain ways. He's a rough-hewn guy, you know, he's a salt-of-the-earth guy. I wonder if you were doing a profile of him, given this interaction and given what you followed, what would you highlight for people to pay most attention to?
I think I would highlight that the man, and I mean this in the most sincere way, obviously needs help. He needs therapy. The comments that he made about me are just one thing. He attacked former Navy SEAL Chris Kyle as well. Chris Kyle's an American hero. He's an icon, the legend. And, you know, when you go out and attack people like that, I'm constantly reminded of one thing. Hate never comes from above. It always comes from below. I don't know if Mr. Platner has an inferiority complex. I don't know if he's disgusted or unproud of his own service, because he's out there attacking folks who are proud of their service and have done the right things for the right reason.
Well, I would call him a troll, but that would be an insult to actual trolls. Teddy, what does this say about the Democrat Party, though? Because I said earlier, this is the best that the Democrats have to offer.
Well, this is what they do. It's the violent rhetoric. It's the hateful rhetoric. let's not come up with solutions. Let's go out and just defame and attack people's character. That's all we do. When I heard that he had mentioned me, now keep in mind, I've never met this guy, never heard of this guy. My wife and I were drinking a cup of coffee, and she says, "Hey, this just popped up on the news feed." And I'm like, "Don't know the guy, but I bet you he's a liberal." And she goes, she read a little further into it and says, "Absolutely he is." I said, "Well, it all makes sense, because that's what these folks are all about." This man has cheered on Antifa. He has called for violence. He hates cops. And it's like, this is what we're dealing with. And from what I see, it's all behind a keyboard. And, you know, I'm 6'4", I'm 280. I'm a former Division I football player. I was a cop for nearly 15 years, combat wounded veteran. People like this don't say stuff like this to my face. It's online.
Yeah.
And that right there tells me, Graham, you're a coward. But, you know, enough said, you're a coward.
The push from the left is that he's changed. Quickly, do you think a man like that who said things like that can change in that radical of a way, Teddy?
Absolutely not. Not when you've been like this. This is a continuing course of conduct that has followed this man through most of his adult life. You want to hear something real disgusting? Read about his comments about porta potties.
Yeah.
He's just a vile individual. And keep in mind, you know, I'm making my statements on this man based on, again, the comments he's made about other people. I'm not attacking his service. I'm not like, thank you for your service, Graham, but I think you're a scumbag personally.
Teddy Daniels, thank you for being here. Thank you for your service over there and here at home. And may God bless you and keep you and your family.
Thanks, Teddy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate both of you. God bless.
All right.
God bless.